Greetings. It's been a while since the last video. There's been a fair bit going on with work and everything else, and whatever other excuses I can probably come up with to not be doing something. But rather than finishing one of the two projects on the go at the moment, I thought I would just make my life harder and bring in a new one. So anyone that's known me for a long time would see something quite familiar with this car behind me. It's exactly the same as the first car I had. So same color, model, all of that sort of thing. And it popped up for sale for dirt cheap. I've been going out with some mates and, going on some tracks and everything like that. And I found it really enjoyable. Like, it was a really, really sort of nice break from, I guess, drifting and things like that, which I haven't done for a long time. But anyway, and that sort of prompted me to, want to go down that path just because it's something new, something new to learn. It's just a really good escape. So this thing popped up and, boy map that was like, yep, same color, same model as my previous one. Got pretty keen. It has been for a little bit of a test and I was pretty pleasantly surprised. It's like, cool, get it on Club Rego, it's old enough now, and just have it for a nice cruiser. And then basically what happened is this thing popped up. Didn't really want to, buy another car at the time. I did some quick boy math, and even with the boy math part taken out, it was sort of too good to knock back. So I got it off the bloke who runs Subi Lift Oz, who does a bunch of lift kits for foresters, and really nice bloke, really helpful, and provided me with heaps of information. So this is pretty much just going to feed this for parts and spares, and it's all stuff that this would end up getting anyway. So it worked out pretty well. It's good. I've got a list for what I need to do for the roadworthy, which a bunch of the stuff I can take off this, which just makes life a whole lot easier as well. So I can justify it, no worries. So one thing I learned from the previous video is rabbiting on for too long about nothing. I guess like what I'm doing now doesn't work that well. There was some really good feedback about the voiceover video stuff, so that's what I'll be doing. But then I did get asked if I'm going to document this whole thing, and it's like, yeah, why not? Something different. So I'm still making moves with the other Forester. Got some brackets getting cut up and everything else, but at the moment I want my main focus to be into this, just to have that sort of outlet, that different sort of escape from everything else. So I've got a fair bit of time between work now as well. Had some other drums come up, which has prevented me from doing much. So now it's pretty much feels like we're on track. So pretty keen for this one. Yeah, let's see how this whole thing goes. For some reason, I opted to get these wiper blades, and I didn't actually realise. So they've got a plastic back. I've changed a couple of wipers in my life, and this is horrible. The wiper arm gets all caught up on the plastic backing compared to the rubber one. It's horrible. This is terrible trying to pull it through. Yeah, I will never do that again. Lesson learned.
So what's happened here is the rear wiper didn't work. It got picked up in the first inspection on the roadie, so I just had a spray, saw water coming out, so just having a look at where it's leaking from to get it sorted. So the seat was pretty taut, luckily enough. I have a spare car. It also has sheepskin covers, which is sick, so gonna swap them over here now. So one of the things that got picked up is the struts were leaking in the blue car. So my friend was letting me know that there's an X amount of lift you can have stock and it's still roadworthy. So luckily enough, I can take the suspension out of the silver car. So it has like 2-inch raised springs, I'm pretty sure it was, as well as like some body lift stuff as well. And then yeah, like brakes and bushes. But quite handy having the car here because it saves a decent amount on having to buy new parts that I wouldn't really, necessarily use anyway.
So had a little bit of a upset yesterday, I guess. Both of the front CV boots are split on the donor car. So yeah, I've got to do one on the blue car just because it was picked up for the inspection. So I'm just going to pull one out, wait until a couple of places open, and then just see what the price for the shaft versus the boot fitting is, because I don't have the stuff to get the boot. Yeah, so pretty much next I'm just quickly going to pull the extractors off this, and the reason for that is because I picked up a set of unequal length headers. So anyone I guess that doesn't know, basically what it does is it makes it sound like a Subaru, having the unequal length that gives it that rumble, if you will, but then still making no power. So that's cool. I'll get them off. It'll give me a bit more room to get the shaft out, but I'm gonna have to take them off anyway.
This here is what I call the budget press. I should actually probably buy a press at some point, but yes, with a variety of sockets and some perseverance, a vise works just the same. So the exhaust had a big crack around the resonator, so just giving it a clean up and just running some weld around it. So it's very thin, old, rusted metal. It would probably be 25 years old. So just doing lots of little tacks to just try and build up some material. Yes, not my proudest work, but it makes metal stick together. So my phone storage became full. I forgot that that was a thing. So I pretty much finished welding up that exhaust, and then on those headers that I bought, they were dirt cheap because somebody tried to cut a nut off or something and put a massive gouge in them. So I just welded that up and cleaned that up a bit as well, and shoved all of that stuff back in.
Right, I've been a little bit hit and miss with filming just because I've got a bit of a deadline now. So if I can get the car back today, I can get the roadie done before the weekend, which means I can take it out and go for a test with a mate. So that's exciting. So yes, I'm in a mad rush. I've just got to pretty much adjust the handbrake and polish headlights, and then I'm done. Got a couple of hours left, so gonna keep going. Managed to get it all done. It was a mission. Not completely necessary either to get it all done today, but you know, it's good to have a deadline, and good. So I got it all knocked over, so I'm gonna go drop it off, and yeah, hopefully it will be right for the roadie now. It's exciting.
Hello from the future. So it pretty much was okay, except for the muffler, which I crossed off. I got it confused with some of the other exhaust bits, but yes, pretty much just had to swap the muffler over and then got the roadie sorted. So really exciting, keen as to keep building on this and see how this car goes in the future and where it sort of takes us. So thanks for watching.